Welcome to episode 8 of the Future Money Show. This is a really good one. We have our first guest on this podcast. We have Crypto Moon Boy. Shout out Crypto Moon Boy. Make sure you go follow his channel, subscribe to his channel and all his socials. It's a really good episode. We talk about a lot of his favorite projects. We talk about a lot of different investment philosophies and ideas. And overall, this episode is really information and knowledge packed. So it's a really a good one for everybody to listen to. I hope you guys enjoy it. We really enjoyed talking to him, and we hope to have a lot more guests. So let us know what you think. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
This is the Future Money Show.
All right, guys, we have our first guest. Shout out to the Crypto Moon Boy, Nick. We brought him on here because he has a lot of knowledge of the space. He's been in the space for a few years now. He's taken a different approach to myself and to Paul, so we brought him in here to get a good conversation. We want to hear everything about him. So Nick, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, what is up, guys? Really happy to be here. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Daniel, for bringing me on as the very first guest. And I do watch your channel. I do watch your podcast. I do watch your clips. I'm a subscriber. And thus far, you guys are very fun. So I appreciate that I am now a part of this. So awesome. Background-wise, I discovered crypto back in 2015. There's a local crypto conference in my country, and I actually helped organize it. I helped, give the keynote speakers their tags and help them, with their binders. And I watched the whole entire conference in regards to what crypto is, how Bitcoin was transferred and transact. And they went a little deep into Ethereum and what crypto is trying to do. And that was my first introduction, 2015, physical conference. And from that point, I kind of did a little bit of research. I didn't buy right away. I did a lot of research. I tried to understand. I tried to figure out, okay, how do these things function and what is crypto about? I didn't understand it. I didn't. So I didn't invest. 2015, I didn't invest. 2017 bull run came over and I just watched the market. I didn't invest. I saw Bitcoin go from whatever it was to $19,000+ I saw XRP come out of nowhere and blow up. I saw Ethereum touch its all-time high. I didn't invest. I was just watching the market. Saw these videos on YouTube talking about crypto, people mortgaging their houses and refinancing and selling cars. It was wild. People were just throwing everything crypto. And I just didn't, I understood, but not enough to put money into it. I was watching. And since that point, I've been watching. And it kind of died off after 2019 and 2020 came. The bull run was about to come back and everyone was kind of hyping it up. And December 2020 was actually my first crypto investment. And I wanted to start with the blue chips. So I started my first crypto with XRP and Cardano. So those are my first two coins, XRP, Cardano. And I focused on stacking those bags. At the time, XRP was actually going up. This is before the SEC stuff. It was actually going up. So I bought XRP at like 60 cents. And then the SEC stuff came in freaking 19 cents. And I was like, what's going on here? What is this? So
we're not going to slander my project. We're not going to slander my project here. XRP holders, XRP army, I got your back. We're not going to slander my project here.
XRP has just been nothing for me, but it's not his fault. It's going through a lawsuit. We understand that. 100%. But that's my first introduction to crypto. And then I just got deeper in the space. I invested into the high blue chips. People told me about, Zilliqa. Had a pretty good bag of Zilliqa. Had a pretty, good amount of Ethereum, 4 or 5 Ethereum. And I just, started learning. I wanted to really educate myself. I didn't want to go blindly into investments and just not understand what I'm doing. So I spent a lot of time, a lot of hours, just reading, researching, understanding, tearing through YouTube videos. And 2021 has been my best year, my favorite year, my most progressive year when it comes to learning, when it comes to moving forward, when it comes to, if there's one point in time in my life that I can say was a definitive driver for, pushing me forward as a person, it was 2021. Because what I learned over the years and what I learned from self-education, I took and I tried to make the best investments I could. And for the most part, they did pay off. And I'm very happy today. But that's my crypto background. For me, career-wise, I've been in finance. I've been in compliance for the better part of the last 7 or 8 years. And I've been a content creator. I've had about 3 different YouTube channels. They're all over 10,000 subs. So, I kind of do quite a few things, but
Big boy.
I like to have fun. Yeah. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy myself. I like to be busy. So that's a quick little rundown of me.
I love that. I love that. Honestly, Nick, like I said, I've known you for a couple of years now. I really, really appreciate you coming onto the channel. You definitely know what you're talking about. Like I said, I'm also a subscriber of you. I've been watching a lot of your videos. Definitely needed to have you on.
Hold on, bro. All I do is SafeMoon. You watch SafeMoon videos?
I watch your SafeMoon
videos.
I watch
Daniel,
your SafeMoon videos.
All I do is SafeMoon. Are you keeping up with SafeMoon?
No, I'm keeping up with you. I'm keeping up with you. You want to know what really got me? The $40,000 buy that you did on SafeMoon. We will get there. We will get there. I will ask you that. So my first question for you is, why SafeMoon?
So we all know that the beginning of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, I'm not comparing, I'm giving perspective. Yeah. When those tokens first launched, they had a once in a lifetime opportunity. The people who bought at those starting bottoms, they are the biggest beneficiaries of the coin pumping. If you were to get Bitcoin sub $100, my God, you are sitting large. Bro, if you were to got Ethereum, BNB, Dogecoin, all these coins, year one on the market, couple months after they launch, they've all performed incredibly well. We can go outside those coins. We can go into Basilicas. We can go into tokens I love, like VRA. All of these coins, they've done very well. So I was looking for an opportunity. I was looking for something that I can enter in early that had potential. Nothing is guaranteed. I wanted potential. I wanted something that gave me confidence, that made me an early investor and had a lot of room to grow.
Respect
So I'm looking at all these tokens, FEG token, looking at EverETH. A lot of these tokens were popping up, and none of them really, they didn't really seem like they had a massive future. They sound like they had perhaps short to medium term gains, but I really wanted something that I could stick to that made sense. Boom, SafeMoon came up. A friend of mine introduced me to SafeMoon. He was like, Nick, can you check out SafeMoon? I'm like, what is this coin, bro? Look at all the zeros. Like, it does this buy tax thing. I don't want to buy that. I didn't buy SafeMoon when I first heard about it. And I'm like, I don't want to buy that. Next day, Nick, SafeMoon's pumping, bro. Look at SafeMoon. I'm like, I'm not buying SafeMoon, bro. What is this? I don't want to buy SafeMoon, right?
Bro, but you came to me about SafeMoon.
I was like, every day in my ear, SafeMoon. Look at it, SafeMoon. And the thing is going 100%, 120%, 90%. It's like 2 weeks straight, minimum 90%. I'm like, why is this thing pumping? What's going on here? There's a reason, right? I mean, we've seen hype with Doge, but this thing was going up a lot. So I started hopping into the AMAs and reading a little bit. And at the time, it didn't really have much of anything. It was just like a reflection token. It didn't have a roadmap. You didn't understand what it wanted to do. But for whatever reason, I just liked the community and I liked the CEO. And it was my first reflection token. I didn't even know what reflection tokens were. SafeMoon introduced me to what a reflection token was. It was my first reflection token investment. So, after kind of learning the team, right, I was like, you know what, this could be something. This is a brand new token. Month one hit top 30 of all coins on CoinGecko. Its first month, it went from nothing to $6.8 billion. There's never been a crypto to even come close to those numbers month one. So for me, the community, the hype, the ideas of all these zeros, and I understood the burning, every single buy or sell liquidity gets added, portions of it goes towards holders. So now there's a sustainable approach to where there's a floor, because as the liquidity grows, the token's less volatile. I, as a holder, get rewarded. That in time can pay me enough to actually be considered passive income. Honestly, deflationary token. So I'm like, this looks interesting. I think I want to pick this as my starter. I miss Bitcoin. I miss Ethereum. I miss all those great stuff. Maybe SafeMoon can do it for me. So I invested. I put a little bit. I'm fine losing it.
Okay, so I got into crypto probably around right when you did, probably December, January 2020. Or not got into it. You got into it way before me. I guess I bought my first investment at the same time as you. And I was watching stuff skyrocket. I was watching things go out of control. SafeMoon, Dogecoin, everything was just taken off, and everyone had FOMO. And that's my fear with, I guess, what you're saying for me is that I don't want to give into FOMO. And when you were saying, like, if you just got in on any of these coins on year one, you'd be a millionaire. Well, that's the case with like most things. And if we look at it like that, and we look at an investment of, oh, if it takes off, then I'll be rich, rather than investing in the idea or the utility or the utility that they're trying to provide, then I just feel like FOMO is such a thing that people deal with nowadays.
I agree with you there. I do like Nick's approach though, because Nick has done extensive due diligence. Like he said, that's the only project that he speaks about. My question for Nick is, they are moving from a layer 1 to a layer 2 now, right?
Version 1 to version 2 contract.
Yeah.
Well, so to your point, Paul, you're right. I invested in SafeMoon a little bit. I didn't buy 40 grand at that point because it didn't have enough to give me that kind of confidence.
Yeah.
So I put enough to give me a good position. But if I lost it, I'll be cool. I'm still paying my bills. I'm still buying gas. I'm good, right? After I saw what they wanted to do, when I heard about the roadmap, the wallet, the exchange, the blockchain, their utility, they want to, go after renewable energy and, work on the wind turbine section of renewable energy, because that's not really something people focus on. People focus on solar panels. And then I saw they're actually bringing out products. It was no longer talk. I actually have the wallet. My crypto's in there. I've transacted. I've sent BNB. I've taken BNB off. They just added Wallet Connect, so I can connect my SafeMoon wallet to dApps. It's really legit. So once utility came, that is when Daniel saw that 40K buy, because I'm like, okay, this isn't just a pump coin. Mm-hmm. There's probably something real here that could actually manifest to real wealth, because they're actually building and doing what they're saying. So when you combine a crypto that has a community like SafeMoon being, I think it peaked at 2.9 million wallet holders at its current point. Combine that with they're actually fulfilling their roadmap. The team is docs. They have a CertiK audit. The audit score was 92%, which is heavy.
Damn. That's tough.
They migrated from a version 1 to a version 2 contract because the version 1 contract had limitations and it held them back from doing certain things. So they V2 the token, reducing the supply. So we no longer have a 1 quadrillion circulating supply. We now have a 1 trillion circulating supply. And the purpose of that was to pair with BTC and ETH. Due to all the zeros in version 1, you can't pair with tokens that are in the $1,000+ per coin. It just doesn't work. So we V2'd for that purpose, plus having more flexible contract. There's a lot of benefits to our V2 now. So they're moving forward. As you move forward, I gain more confidence. As you fulfill your roadmap, I'm very comfortable to understand. I trust the team at this point. SafeMoon has been in the market for almost a year. SafeMoon just partnered with TaxBit. TaxBit is I guess cryptocurrency tax company that helps people really file their taxes.
Yeah, bro, they're really good.
SafeMoon's in a conversation of Coinbase, Binance US, all these other partners that have partnered with TaxBit. It's just very ridiculous to me that a crypto like SafeMoon would go this far, getting patents for their wind turbine technology, going this far. The exchange is delayed. It's delayed because they're waiting on compliance and regulation first. They want to do it right. Compliant. Yeah, they want to be compliant. Binance didn't wait. Binance is just like, exchange, let's go. And then they had issues earlier on in 2021 where the UK banned them, a couple places banned them. They had to work on all the regulation. Now they're back on the market. SafeMoon wants to do all the regulatory and the compliance stuff first. So people are talking about, we're delayed and all this stuff. Well, we understand why we're delayed. If you want to rush a product and give us a mediocre product to where in the future we're going to get hit with certain things, like a lawsuit or whatever else is going to come with that, avoid all that now. Work on the ground foundation of what the exchange should be like now. Regulation, all that stuff. They just applied for EU money license, which is going to help with their debit card being global. The debit card can be synced to the exchange and then you can just transact and buy things. It's just a really cool ecosystem. They're doing things right. I've never seen anything that has allowed me to doubt. The only thing I see bad is price action, which every other crypto has. You're going to go up and down. I want it to go to $1 tomorrow, right? But, so that's it. Right. That's kind of me why I'm so bullish. So, yeah. I can talk
Get to
forever,
1
sorry.
cent first. Get to 1 cent first, and then we could talk about it.
Let me ask you this.
I'm only messing. Go
Let
ahead.
me
I
ask
want to
you
ask you
this.
something after, but go ahead.
I don't know much about SafeMoon. DQ's probably done much more research than I have. So what exactly is the utility that they're building right now? You said they didn't have much utility at first, which what I was told at first, and but you're saying they're building a lot of utility now. What is it that they're doing?
So this is a heavy question. I feel like they're doing everything. They want to take, for the most part, every concept that you know in crypto and modernize it. They're building an exchange instead of a regular exchange that has a regular trading and leveraging, and you can buy, sell, hold in a spot wallet. They want to build a cryptonomic exchange. What is that? Well, think of an idea where you have Bitcoin. Your Bitcoin is in your exchange. Just by holding it there, you're going to earn more Bitcoin.
Okay.
So that exists now. I think it's Celsius that does that. If you hold your assets in Celsius, just by holding, you don't have to stake. Hold your assets in a Celsius wallet, and you'll earn more of that asset just by it sitting there. SafeMoon is doing that, but on the exchange level. So they're redefining, or I guess they're trying to revolutionize what an exchange is by offering rewards and offering essentially staking without staking. Earn any additional crypto on whatever asset you have in the wallet. Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Zilliqa, whatever. Hold anything in there, you're going to earn more of that. That's incredible. Yeah, that's insane. And it's not a crazy concept to where how do they do that? Crypto wallets do that right now. Like I said, Celsius does that right now. Hold your assets in Celsius. We're going to earn more of whatever asset you hold. It's not anything that is like how. It's like they just want to scale it bigger. Yeah. That's number one.
I'd rather hold it on Nexo though, but that's me.
Nexo is another one. Yeah, Nexo is very good. Nexo does the very same thing. Number two, they come into blockchain. This, I don't know how this is going to function, but this is the first reflection token that has, the buy, sells, transfer, the tax, and the contract that's going to be operating on its own blockchain. No other one of these reflection tokens has its own blockchain. What SafeMoon's trying to do with their blockchain is that, let's say the Binance Smart Chain, how anyone can just create a token on there. You can just, copy and paste a contract. I don't know how they're going to pull this off, but they want to vet every single contract that gets listed on their blockchain. They're going after avoiding scammers, avoiding rug pulls, avoiding honeypots. They want to have due diligence measures in place to where when someone wants to launch something on their blockchain, they're vetted first. So it's almost reassurance to know, okay, it's coming from the SafeMoon blockchain. You can at least be reassured that they have KYC documentation or they've already applied for an audit and given it to SafeMoon. We don't know what the actual vetting process is going to be, but they're going to vet every single smart contract. You're not just going to copy and paste and upload on Binance. No, it's way different. So they're going after security, accessibility, which is incredible. No other blockchain does that. They do have a wallet. The wallet is, pretty much like every other wallet, but it's cleaner. It looks more, pleasing. It's modern. You can switch between the Binance Smart Chain network to the Ethereum network. So you can hold your ERC20 and BEP20 tokens on there. There's added wallet connect, so you can connect directly towards dApps. And plus, I guess the big use case, like what is the purpose though? They're not doing anything new. So like I say, they want to bring wind energy and redefine it and, make it more modern. They want to compete with solar. Ground zero is going to be the Gambia. So they've been actually working from this since 2018. There's photos with the CEO, with the Gambia representatives. They're discussing how is this going to function. The token came out in 2021, but the idea has been around for the last couple of years. He's actually been working on things. So now the token is out. We have the concept of what he wants to do. The Gambia is a third world country. There's not a lot of resources there. They want to bring the wind energy to the country to actually help, homes get powered and, businesses. And they want to scale it there first. And if they can scale it. Huh?
Sorry, go ahead. No, I was actually talking to Paul. Paul, this is what I was talking to you about off camera, about what they're trying to bring to their ecosystem in like kind of like a charitable way to help the communities around them, while obviously it's kind of I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of thing. I was actually in an AMA night before last night, and I actually heard this, which is why I'm happy that we have you, because I mean you just backed up that fact. But I did hear that, and I actually mentioned it to Paul before we hopped on the call. But yeah, sorry about that. I just thought that was very interesting because not a lot of crypto companies do that.
Yeah, it's incredible. We have a video tutorial of the wind turbine actually spinning and functioning. It's in beta. It's a prototype, but we can actually see what they're trying to do. We can actually see how it's going to look. They've walked in the Gambia, pretty much showing where the turbines are going to go. So they're very transparent. They're not trying to hide anything. Now, this is where things get a little funky because the turbines are cool. What does that do for me? How do I make money? Because I'm in the token to make money. This I don't understand, but I can kind of explain it, right? So they are going to take the wind turbines and they're essentially going to plug it into the ecosystem, into the blockchain. So you have a real piece of hardware that is going to spin via the wind, and that's going to interact with the blockchain to increase volume. So you are now...
That's so cool.
I can't even explain it. You are no longer bound by just money, buys and sells. Just like how we can take graphics cards and literally mine money, they are essentially taking the mining concept, but influencing volume to its own token. That's going to help with the tokenomics, buy, sell, the burn, and the whole concept that they are marketing. Every single turn, we're going to burn. If they have dozens and dozens and hundreds of the wind turbines, this token goes from a deflationary token to a hyper deflationary token. Now the burn is stupid. People ask, how do we get to $1? How is it going to happen? When 1 cent? Well, our all-time high on V2 is 1 cent. So we're already going to get to 1 cent. That's our all-time high on V2. Yeah. How do we get to $1? Well, the burn. There's burning mechanisms in place that's making the token drop in circulation every single day. You know, we started on V1 with a 1 quadrillion supply. Once we were going to V1 to V2, we had 555 trillion tokens. So we almost burned half of the supply of SafeMoon on V1 alone. Now we V2'd, we're at about 400 billion because we're from a 1 quadrillion to 1 trillion circulating total supply. So now we're in the billions, not trillions. So yeah, the whole ecosystem, the wind turbines will be plugged into the blockchain. As it spins, it influences tokenomics. That's going to help your tokenomics because you're holding a bag. That's going to help the liquidity. That's going to help the token burn even more. There's other things that they want to do. I think they're actually going to be mining Bitcoin as well with the wind turbines and using that.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're going to do something with that. I don't know. There's things that we don't know. You have to like kind of dive deep and try to pull these things out from the rabbit hole. This isn't just out there. I wish they would be more transparent. I know they're behind NDAs and whatever.
No, but that's why we have you. Like why we have you. No, but that's the thing though. Like that's why I wanted to say, sorry, not to cut you off. Like, and guys, listeners on both Nick's channel and our channel, this is the whole point of like why Paul and I wanted to bring someone like Nick on, because Nick is someone, like he said, he has a history of compliance, he has a history of finance, but people don't understand the level of research that you have to do to have confidence in whatever project it is that you're bringing. And the thing that if anyone's like really paying attention to what Nick is saying, Nick has told you about their team. He's told you about the tech. He's told you about the research. He's told you about the entry price and the longevity of this project and where it can go. So you've ticked off all the major boxes for a new investor or someone that wants to invest in this that doesn't have that much knowledge about SafeMoon. Now, like, you know me and where I stood, but now my ears are perked up because I like that. Like the mining comment got me because have you guys heard of Constellation or DAG?
Yes, sir. I was thinking about investing in that. I like that.
So I love DAG. DAG is working with a company right now to release a door miner. So it tracks door traffic. So everyone that goes in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, you're gaining passive income in that way. So when you're telling me about what they're trying to do with the wind turbines, bro, that's so sustainable. And people don't understand. That's green energy right there. And that's the whole entire thing now. Like everyone, like the whole entire world is trying to push to this green net carbon type of world to live in. And I mean, that's what they're doing. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably still not going to buy it, but my question to you was, you did mention that you guys are going to have, I guess it's like a slow burn kind of in a sense. Do you remember Pundi X? where we were talking about it like a while back, and Pundi X was really low, like what SafeMoon was. And then Pundi X had a humongous burn, and the ratio kind of messed up everything because what was it? A couple $100 would have gotten you a few million Pundi X at the time, and then they burned it so it was a million or whatever, ended up being 1,000 Pundi X, and it never recovered after that. So I was just curious, do you think that's possible to happen with SafeMoon?
Well, Pundi X, they didn't do a burn of the current token. I believe they V2'd because now there's two contracts. There's Pundi X old and Pundi X new. And Pundi X did a 10,000 to 1 consolidation. So whatever your bag value of the old Pundi X was, you got that, but a 10,000 to 1 less ratio of tokens. And I feel like it turned people off because they didn't have these big amount of tokens. Instead of Pundi X going to 1 cent, we need $100 Pundi X to get the same return. So it really does turn people off overall. I think Pundi X as a project is still very good. They're not as fast, they're a little slow in the crypto space, but I feel like maybe the numbers and people's bag size being reduced, it did turn people off. It's still a good project, right? SafeMoon did a 1,000 to 1 consolidation. Yeah. So if you held a billion tokens, your billion is now 1 million. So instead of everyone wanting SafeMoon V1 to go to 1 cent, we're talking about SafeMoon V2 to go to $1.
That makes sense.
It takes the same amount of X to get there. Yeah, like you're not asking for anything more. It's the same one X because you take off 3 zeros, you put 3 zeros at the new price.
100%.
You take it off the price, it goes to the market cap. You just have to put 0 somewhere else.
So is that your price targets?
Well, SafeMoon is rough because based off of my bag size and SafeMoon hitting $500 million in 24-hour volume and it maintaining that, and it's been there before. If SafeMoon can get to 500 million in 24-hour volume, we're talking about when the exchange is out, the blockchain, wind turbines, influencing the whole ecosystem to burn more tokens, to increase volume from mining. When all that is a factor, I don't see how we don't sustain $500 million. In that environment, I'm making like $1,500 a day. It's very rough for me to sell a token that's bringing me those kind of profits, much less if it goes higher. If it goes to $1 billion, Shiba at the time having nothing, I think it peaked at about $34 billion or $60 billion. It's all-time high 24-hour trading volume. If a token like that got there just based off of where it was listed, Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, it was everywhere, so it's very accessible. If and when SafeMoon does become that accessible, there's no way volume of those numbers can't be hit. But I think SafeMoon $1 is, in the future for sure.
All right.
Still have a couple of questions to ask you for sure. So we appreciate you going in on SafeMoon. Like I said, guys, this is a guy that knows his stuff about the projects that he believes in, which leads me to this next question. What fuels your passion for this? Is it the research that you've done, or is it something deeper?
For crypto?
Yeah, for crypto.
So I feel like everyone can relate to this. Chasing money is not fun. The pursuit of, trying to sell stuff online or trying to figure out how to better yourself to impress your boss to get a higher pay raise. And when you get it, it's still not enough. You always need more. I don't feel like there's nothing in my life that I could ever do anytime soon that's going to move me forward outside of, just investing in crypto. Crypto for me, out of all the things I've seen, I tried a lot of stuff. I tried MLMs. I've tried, my own businesses. I have a business. I own my own gym. I tried a lot of stuff when it comes to building my wealth and moving my success forward. And a lot of it just failed, or it's going to take quite a while to build up. Crypto is newest up and coming. I look at it as a second wave of the stock market, although I know two of them are completely different. It's a similar feel, similar environment. Crypto just an opportunity. I feel like, people that are alive today investing in crypto, we need to be very appreciative of that. And we're in a very privileged position. So the fact that I'm alive right now and that I know about crypto and I've invested, it's just an opportunity. I was born at the right time, right place, and I am not going to ignore what is in front of me. I saw it back in 2015. As I went through the years, I learned more and more. I made my first investment. It's just I saw what was in front of me, and I was looking very aggressively for something because I want to be comfortable. I don't think anyone cares much about being Lambo rich. It's nice to be Lambo rich, but we all want to be free. I care about freedom. I care about being able to move how I want to move, when I want to move. I want to be able to support my family, take care of everyone, and I want to do it in a very comfortable way. For me, I think crypto can do that. And I believe it is done a little bit of that already. It has. I have other investments other than SafeMoon. SafeMoon is a 3 to 5 year bag. That's not going to make me money anytime soon. What's going to make me money right now? I'm on the market looking at other tokens. I've made other investments. They've done, for the most part, very well. And I can see the progression of success. I can see how I get to my goals and how do I help my family and how do I help the people that I want to help. So it is just something I looked at. And when I understood how these pieces move and what's the use case for crypto, what is Web3? Where is this space going to be in the next 5-10 years? It's an opportunity.
For sure.
That is why I'm bullish, because there's nothing, and I believe nothing that is going to match this opportunity. And if I miss this, if I don't capitalize, it's going to be a lost cause. My kids, all the people I could have helped, I would have let down. So I need to be very aggressive in my life. And I need to be very understanding that this is something that my daughter will never get a chance to take opportunity from, because by the time she's old enough to invest, crypto is where it is. It's boom, it's adopted, it's regulated. This opportunity is not going to be here in the next 5-10 years. So I just feel very privileged. I realize that. I see the opportunity, and that's why I'm bullish. It's going to change all of our lives. I believe it.
Yeah. Do you guys know who Kathy Woods is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So Kathy Woods said that she expects by 2030 crypto to be a $40 trillion asset class.
Yes,
but before I let Paul say what he wants to say, in our last podcast, we talked about what does being rich mean to you, and Nick hit it right on the head, because in a nutshell, he's basically saying when you have enough money to do what you want to do, you're basically buying time. Because when you work at a 9 to 5, you don't have time. You're working on your company's time, right? But if you're working your own hours, you're able to spend time with your family, and you're on your own dollar. You're on your own clock. But you're buying time, which is the most expensive thing that you can buy. You know what I mean?
That's a really good point. I usually, you're hitting on the nail what a lot of the stuff we talked about last podcast. Last podcast, I talked about how right now I first got into stocks, probably like 5 years ago, and like other types of investments. Crypto is like the newest to me. And I'm in the process of the next few months of taking everything I have and putting all my investments, putting them into crypto. I'm taking it out of stocks and out of everything I have, because like you said, this really is an opportunity that we're very blessed to be in. And I feel like I felt my whole life like I missed out on the stock market. Yes, there are gains, but like I'm not going to get rich investing my, $1,000, my $10,000 in the stock market. But if you were alive in 100 years ago, maybe you could have. And we're in that position now with crypto. And we absolutely should capitalize on this. And like you're saying, I do not want to miss out. So that's why I'm putting all my bags in it.
Listen, bro, we all care about one thing, and that is freedom. Daniel talked about it, the 9 to 5 rat hole, the chase, the corporate world, the trying to climb this ladder that, it's going to give us bigger wage, a bigger bonus, a bigger salary. Having to work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life is no way to live. There is nothing of substance in that way of living. So, like I said, this opportunity is unique to us because this is something that's going to be around forever. Once crypto does hit the 40 trillion, do you think it's going to move much at that point? Crypto is going to be 40 trillion, bounce from 45 to 30, but you're not going to have these big 1,000x spikes. It's going to be very rare. In the stock market early on,
adopters.
There you go. Exactly. In the stock market early on, you saw 100x's all the time. 100x in the stock market. No way, it's not gonna happen. Are you drunk?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen, man. Like what? So, so you cashing out your stocks to put into crypto.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't give financial advice, bro. I'm not a doctor. I can't even ride a bike. Don't listen to me. But there's way more money to be made, especially when you go into DeFi, bro. We're not even talking about DeFi.
Bro,
We are not talking
bro,
about
listen to
DeFi,
me.
bro.
Listen to me. Listen to
Do
me.
you
Listen to me.
understand
Paul,
DeFi?
Paul is my brother. Paul is my brother, and Paul is only now listening to my advice. Paul has had me at his disposal for the better part of 10 years, and he's only
Bro.
now deciding to switch to
I
crypto.
wish I would have bought it way back then. I was looking back at the first crypto I bought, and I got
Bro.
like, you know how you get Coinbase, like you can earn on Coinbase.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the
Bro.
first time I bought Cardano. That was the first thing I bought. I bought Cardano, and I just was like, oh, look, I could get some Chainlink like on the Coinbase earn. And I was looking back at my transactions, and it was at $1. It was at $1. So
Chainlink was at $1.
it was like $1.40 at that time.
Bro.
Like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And he was there sitting there telling me, you know, you need to buy crypto.
Buy it. Bro,
I'm
never
not
forget
missing
that,
the next
bro.
ones. I'm not missing
Bro, I'll
them.
never forget that. Nick, I was on vacation, right? And I was at the house, and I'm like, Paul, I'm getting into crypto. Like, you need to get into crypto. Nah, bro, I'm gonna just stick with stocks. I'm like, Paul, get some crypto, bro. Just throw some money at it. And now, sure enough, here we are.
Like I put most of my investments in the past like few years, I put them all in when it crashed in March, which was great. I mean, I made good returns, of course, but if same thing happened with the crypto market, if I would have put it in the crypto, imagine if I just would have bought ETH and Bitcoin in March.
Yeah.
Bro,
I would
Ethereum was $150.
Bro,
yeah, I would have
time to buy.
I'd be rich right now.
Do you see ETH,
Right.
bro? All-time high is 4,300, I believe.
Mhm.
So if you bought at
Yeah.
those bottoms, Mike, bro, my God, bro,
Yeah,
you'd
we're
be sitting
rich.
large.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As you guys know, we always like to end the episode on some advice. We've had a killer episode. Appreciate Nick, Crypto Moon Boy, for coming on here again and, you know, laying it down. Like, the guy knows a lot. So we're gonna let Nick give his advice, then Paul will give his, and then I'll give mine. Nick.
My advice, and this is gonna be a little weird. I'm a SafeMoon guy, right? Don't ever get married to one coin. Don't get married. This is why, you know, people are so diehard this coin. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna hold it to death. Hey, if you see that thing pump 1,000%, you take your profits. Don't be married to a coin. I have a friend just like that. Bought all these coins on the bottom floor. He bought Chainlink at like $2. He has incredible investments, but he just can't sell. And I'm like, why? It's like, Nick, just something about it. I can't sell these coins. You can't sell your coins. You bought it to make money. Sell the coin. Anyways, don't get married to your coin, guys. I love SafeMoon. I'm diehard. I have a whole channel. 99% of it is all SafeMoon, but I have the ability to sell if I don't see what I like, if things obviously don't happen that I like, or if the price goes up enough that changes my life, I'm taking profits. Don't ever get married to your coins.
Love that.
Yes, sir. Before I give my advice, please tell people the target that you have for your SafeMoon holdings, because you said it in your video with your $40,000
like my
buy.
profit taking.
How much?
SafeMoon?
How much SafeMoon do you want to have? Like, what is your goal? Because you said it
Well,
in that video.
very, that's getting rough because the price is going higher. But I want right now 100 million SafeMoon. How much is 100 million SafeMoon worth? At current price, I think about $250,000 right now. So I'm kind of there. I'm not far, but I am far because it's like it's a lot of money.
You're a whale.
You can be a SafeMoon whale.
It's a lot of money, but hey, check me out. So if I'm holding that kind of bag, I don't need $1. I need like 10 cents, and I'm chilling forever.
Facts.
So
facts.
But yeah, I do have very ambitious goals. I'm trying. Hey, I might refinance my house if I can. It's not a bad idea to me. So
this guy. My advice, just piggybacking off of what Nick said. Nick actually just made a really good point that I just thought about. So it's better to have a good quantity in a quality project than for you to spread your money thin in a bunch of projects. So to put that in simpler terms, it's better to have 4 assets, 5 assets with a bigger amount of shares than to have 10 assets with less amount of shares, because you don't need it to go to a higher price in order to sell. Now, my advice, I already said this earlier, but it is to make sure that you do that research, that you look into the team, you look into the longevity of the project, and you take your time and do that. Like, there's a thing that people have, it's fear. And you succumb to fear when you're unsure most out of anything. Uncertainty is the biggest driver for fear. But if you do your research, that fear literally goes away and you control it instead of it controlling you. So that's my advice. And then I'll pass that off to Paul.
Yeah, my advice is gonna be to know what kind of investor you are. And what I mean by that is, in this episode, we've made jokes, we've talked about SafeMoon, we've talked about what we would invest in ourselves personally and what we wouldn't. And for each of us, that's different for all 3 of us. And as an individual, you need to know what kind of investor you are. You need to know if you're a short-term, long-term, if you're risk adverse, if you're young, if you're old, because I'm young. So I'm putting all my bags into a lot of riskier things because I got nothing to lose. I could lose it all and I'll be fine. But, if I'm 56 years old, maybe that's not the case. So I guess my advice is just know your goals, know where you're trying to get, and set yourself up for that, because that's how you're going to reach success. That's mine.
You guys killed it. Damn. I feel like
you killed it. You killed
more
it.
to mine, bro. Damn. You guys are here talking about success and that's how you change your life. And I'm just like, don't get married. So
no, that could change your life.
But that's the thing though. Like, I mean, bro, how many people have you seen? Like, the hardest part in crypto, hardest part in investing in general is like, and you can probably clip this too, Paul, but like, the hardest part in crypto is selling. Hitting that sell button is the hardest thing to do because people fall in love with their uncapitalized gains. I see it happen way too often. Oh, bro, I got $1 million in uncapped gains. Okay, bro, who gives a shit? Have you cashed it out? like, it's like, bro, me, if I cash out 20K, right? For example, I cash out 20K, I realized 20K, and you have an uncapped of $1 million, right? My realized 20K is worth more than your $1 million.
Yes, sir.
That's just facts. Like, until you take it, like,
for sure.
Until you stablecoin it means nothing.
yeah, bro. Until I get that 20% staking in Nexo, that it don't mean shit.
Yo, imagine having that $1 million and staking it in Nexo for that 20%. That is life changing,
bro. We talked about that in the last podcast, dude. We talked about that, and that is
what I recommend, bro. Yes. You take your profits, you stablecoin it. Don't stay on the market for too long. Make your money, bro. If you want to keep your 3 to 5 year back, cool. But you need to have some good profits that are guaranteed that you can stake and chill, earn passive income.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, for me and Paul were talking about this, and like, feel free, Paul, to edit this or clip this, and we can send it to you, Nick, if you want. But we were talking about this, right? I'm saying if I was lucky enough to get $1 million out of the market, not even $1 million, 500,000 out of the market, I will put $200,000 to stake. I will take $100,000 to live off of. I will put $100,000 back into the market, and then I will take my last $100,000 and I will buy mining rigs. I will buy other stuff that I can generate passive income with. Because, like, bro, I put a helium rigs in my house. They don't cost that much, and I'd buy it while the token is down. Like, bro, like, people really don't understand this kind of thing, but people happy with their 0.1% saving accounts that they get Bank of America.
It is ridiculous.
All right, everybody. That was episode number 8 of the Future Money Show. Thank you so much for watching. We had an awesome guest. Thanks for coming on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know if you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything on the podcast. We'll do that for you. Make sure you follow us on all socials and on YouTube. Make sure you follow Crypto Moon Boy. Follow all his channels. And thanks for watching.
Peace out.